Welcome to Wise Beyond Bitcoin, where you cover the crypto neo news, education, and opportunities. My name is Lucas.
My name is Ryan.
And this is really about a little bit of education, recent news, big news on amazing opportunities in the IBC ecosystem. And this is really a continuation of the Airdrop playlist series we have. Now, just posted a video. If you're a Juno staker and you've been following our IBC participation LP how-tos and you've been involved, then you may qualify for one of the largest airdrops in crypto history. I mean, anywhere from $1,400 to $11,000 to $14,000, $11,000. I mean, and all it took was $250 to qualify in participation. So it's innovative that there are systems now in the IBC, whether it's Osmosis, Juno, they've implemented these airdrops, these fair drops that reward people who are actually engaged and participate. So this is a little bit of a follow-up in that. Of course, if you're brand new and you're like, well, where do I go to learn about this? We've got playlists, DeFi crypto explainers, airdrops, crypto opportunities, how to start your secret crypto journey, which tells you about Kepler wallet, receiving, sending, staking, and more crypto secrets. We're very, very, very much into staying abreast of the secret network and privacy layer 1 blockchain. So we will be a hub and a resource to share you the latest developments there. But also, Ryan, what else do we like to
Oh yeah, we have this macro outlook series that we're going to shoot a new video for relatively soon, and we take a close look at the Fed and monetary policy, interest rates, inflation, and look at the macro picture and draw some conclusions about what we can expect for asset prices and financial markets and crypto prices in general. So yeah, look out for that. There'll be one coming soon.
Live streams once a week, Thursdays. We have interviews, we have guests, and we talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Right now, thank you for subscribing, hitting the notification bell, dropping a comment, thumbs up, all that good stuff, that love. You do know, as I know, as we all know, that this is educational entertainment information. It's not legal, commercial, marital, medical, financial advice. We're just, a couple of guys who are interested in economics and markets and crypto and blockchain. We don't look like financial advisors. For your 401k, go get that, 25 basis points, 75 basis points, that negative 2% interest rate that you can get. I don't know anything about that stuff, but
right. It's not our sandbox.
$250 into $14,000, not financial advice. Those kinds of opportunities do exist all over crypto land when you do your own research. And
yeah, well, up till recently, I think the Uniswap airdrop on the Ethereum chain was one of the more notable in terms of value, right? It was like a big number, right? And I think, but now with NETA and on Juno, I think that they've definitely raised the bar in terms of what's a big number for an airdrop. So yeah, let's take a look at the IBC in general. You have Cosmos Atom is kind of like the granddaddy here, and there's been a lot of bridges built over the course of the last year, 2 years, and lots of cool innovation, right? So Terra Luna has been added, Secret, and then of course Juno, which we're about to talk about, is a big one. And there's a lot of others that are worth talking about. Crypto.org. And Osmosis.
We're talking about airdrops. I just want to mention,
yes,
they kind of pioneered the fair drop, where if you were staking Atom, you received some, but you had to be active. Not someone who just bought some years ago and forgot about it. If you're active in the community, and they had it to where if you voted on a proposal, if you staked, if you engaged and tried swapping, providing liquidity, you earned different amounts. You unlocked more. So I love how the IBC and how also they pioneered Osmosis and these guys to create these fair drop scenarios that reward engagement instead of how much. It doesn't reward whales. It doesn't reward.
It's like a mission framework, right? You have to complete certain steps, and the more each one you do, you unlock a little bit more of the airdrop. Yeah, I agree. This is great because, as you say, it's a fair way of doing it.
And as you say, when we talk about this casually, there's nothing else like it in blockchain and crypto. And what's not shown on this map, just like we like to talk about the opportunity costs and economics, there are things that you don't see, the unseen. And what the unseen is, there is a wall of investment of energy of funds locked up on the EVM, Ethereum virtual machine chains. And there are some bridges for Bitcoin and the EVMs that are coming directly over that do not require intermediaries. You know, like ZK Stark, some of these optimism, they require you to lock it up for 7 days before you can get it back to a third party. And when you work with the IBC, you're talking about immediate, no third party. I mean, it's quite revolutionary what they're able to do through the IBC Cosmos Tendermint ecosystem.
Yeah, I mean, with the ease with which you can move from one of these projects to the other, it's really remarkable. It's unlike anything else in crypto.
And what else is unlike anything else was we just did a video, and it's on our channel if you are a Juno staker and you'd like to know more about it, that talks about how to connect your wallet claim, because you have a limited time before the rest of it that is unclaimed will all be permanently burned. But we're going to walk you through, if you were a part of it, or even if you weren't, tips and ideas, things that you can do to possibly benefit in the future, because that's how the people benefited in the first place. Was you
Sure.
learned about something, you participated, you got engaged, you got involved, you supported the network, and then later on, maybe something happens, maybe it doesn't, but either way, you're adding value to the community. And oftentimes there are multiple rewards for that, right?
Oh yeah, especially in the IBC.
Especially in the IBC. So NETA is the big, the recent big news you'll hear about as far as one of the largest monetary disbursements for an airdrop to the people in the community. And there is this idea floating around that if you take some of that NETA from the airdrop and you support this new Juno swap, because what is NETA? NETA is money on the Juno network. Its sole purpose is to function as scarce, decentralized store of value asset for the Juno ecosystem and interchain Cosmos at large. Claimable for free by thousands of Juno delegates at inception, never a seed sale, private sale, or public sale, verifiable, zero NETA is held in reserve by a third party. So they talk about the fair drop, how it was done. Here is the distribution.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the more fair distributions of initial, launching that I can remember. This is it's very well thought out, and the deflationary element of it is great.
So it's deflationary, it's a fair drop, and if you have it or if you don't, because we have other videos to talk about Juno Swap, like our Osmosis LP video, we do in our tutorial, and this, I guess we'll do this in our airdrop and tutorial video series because it's good to have for both, but live examples of what you can do to participate. And so in this example, we're going to take a portion. It's all my opinion and my perspective, and none of this is financial advice. But is that if you get a gift, just like in permaculture and gardening and harvest, you always leave some and you put back some into the earth to grow for more, and you don't just take everything off of a plant. And so if you're getting an airdrop, this gift of abundance, instead of running and cashing it all out and
right,
thinking, oh wow, look what I got. The idea is that if you were to take a portion of it, a chunk of it, a majority of it, whatever you feel comfortable with, and putting it back in to grow, well, you have that many more seeds, you have that much more value potential down the road.
And it's also showing that you're not just taking, you're saying, because you could, if you cashed out, that would be, if everybody did that, the project would go away, right? So leaving something in supports the project, and it's good because that's where you got the money in the first place. So why not reward the community, right, with a little bit of love to support to provide liquidity and to help others make exchanges.
So I'm gonna do a live action. We're gonna do a walkthrough. There was, because the involvement, I didn't get the full amount, but there was 11.2. And to make it an even Cancer 69 number, I'm gonna leave myself with 9 for future use, because who knows what possible use cases it'll have, but to help grow the pool. Now, the rumor is that if you would have staked, or not staked, pardon me, provide liquidity point to a certain amount within the first few hours, you would have qualified for an NFT. Unfortunately, there will not be one of those NFTs for the Wise Beyond Bitcoin channel, because by the time it takes for us to figure things out and get a video, we
The
missed out.
opportunity has gone.
It has gone. But you know what? That's okay, because there's more around the corner, and this could lead to future opportunities. And why we're doing this is because we have another another digital asset launched on Juno coming out, and there is a snapshot and still opportunity. Is that right? There's still an opportunity.
Yeah, it's still open, right?
Potentially, if you help support Juno Swap, and this token we're going to mention is very closely connected to Juno Swap, potentially you can
Get positioned right.
be
Well,
positioned for more of a bonus. Oh, I have an insufficient balance of actual Juno to do any of these, so I will not be able to do these. So I'll have to do a separate video. We'll just have to go into talking about it, because, well, you know what? I wonder if you can adapt and overcome.
you're gonna add some Juno, or claim some, probably just claim some rewards.
I can't even claim it. I'll cut that out.
Cool.
Or, no, wait. I'll pause it. Let me end recording.
Okay.
And
And then we can just come right back to it.
Fix it. Adapt and overcome. We figured out that, you know what, there's not the amount of Juno. For what reason? Why? What I did, I'm not sure what I was thinking. So busy, but we always use osmosis. It's an amazing resource. And if you're looking for a quick way, so why don't we just put this on the video to show people? Because one of the great resources about osmosis is it's a interblockchain DEX AMM, and it's free and fast. If you're providing liquidity or staking osmosis, you will get rewards paid out directly into your wallet. You don't have to claim them. They actually send it directly into your wallet, and you can immediately max to make sure I don't make this mistake, although they don't require much. I'll just say 2. And there we go. 0.8 Juno. That's plenty. Swap. Hold on a second. This is becoming absolutely.
Yeah, we'll have to. Oh, you're on the wrong chain. That's why.
Here we go. Ready to rock?
Ready to rock.
And I need to refresh the page.
Yeah.
When in doubt, refresh the page. And be patient. And that's why we do this live action, so that you can see real time how it works. Because sometimes you're going to be switching on a different chain and you're going to wonder, oh man, why is the train, what's not working? This is what's not working. And now it should be working just fine. Let's see. Did it work? Refresh the page, go to the right chain. And look, 0 Osmo.
Good. Yeah, refreshing it always helps.
Transact free and fast. That's how fast it was. See, it takes me longer to get my act together and figure out what I'm doing on the right chain. And then that's how quick it is. Now, of course, this is on the Osmo chain. So when you work on osmosis, whether you're putting another blockchain onto osmosis to provide liquidity or to exchange, when you want to go back to Juno, this $17 is actually on the osmosis blockchain. So I'm going to want to withdraw, and I'll say the max withdrawal.
Right.
And then we'll go directly into your Kepler wallet, onto it, withdraws it from osmosis onto the Juno chain.
Yep.
Live action. Here we go.
And we can go provide liquidity.
And
as soon as that's confirmed.
And now what we just did, transaction successful. This is not a token on osmosis. We literally,
it's a different chain.
Exactly. We took a token and took it off of one chain back to its native blockchain, and boom, IBC successful. While I'm talking, that just happened. Now that we adapt and overcome, and you can see when you're having issues, maybe where it's coming from, there it is, and why people really dig osmosis. It's just invaluable, truly invaluable, how fast and efficient and cheap the fees are.
Oh yeah.
And the way they pay out rewards. You don't have to claim it. It goes right to your wallet.
Right.
other
And I
than
believe it's like what, almost 90% APY as well.
yeah.
And if you've, consider that it's free to reinvest and compound your rewards, that APY goes up. If you compound it once a few times every day or so, or every other day, or however you want to do it, you can turn that 90% into a much larger number.
Let us see together if this problem, oh, now it works. Now I did medium, failed to fetch. Oh, guess why?
Hmm.
Take
Oh,
a
you don't have enough
wild
Juno.
guess as to why.
You're on the wrong chain.
I'll tell you that's why.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And you know what? I already made that mistake earlier. And of course I did it again. And
Right.
you know what? You get to see live action mistakes, how I've made it this far in blockchain and crypto.
Perseverance.
You've ever seen the Pink Panther with Peter Sellers? That's the story of my life right there.
Yeah, right.
Experience. So here we go. If not, check it out. Let's see if, drum roll. Here we go. We will try it this one time. Now, of course, 50%. So whatever I burn in, this is be burnt, will be turned into Juno. Whatever I burn, so to speak, I need to provide that equal amount when you provide liquidity.
Right.
For both tokens. So 1.1 is Y. So then I'll take out 2.2 and be left over with 9. And let's give it a go and see if we actually have things worked out properly. It's on the right network. There's enough for gas. Approve. Is medium enough to make things happen? It's thinking.
Usually is with Juno, I found.
Wow, that was fast. Swap civil. I like the little celebration station emoji that they have right there. Well, that was fast. So now we're going to talk about liquidity and what it takes to come over to liquidity. We're going to scroll down to, oh, that's cool. I heard some cool things about Dig. This is just now building out too. I mean, it's great to get involved early on projects. That is rewarding in itself. Now we're going to add liquidity, stake liquidity later. Wonder what that's going to look like. NETA, we're going to put in 1.1.
1.1.
There we go. We'll have some Juno left over. We always, now that we know, to make sure.
Sure.
Add liquidity. Yes. Approve the transaction. Let's go high.
Give them some love.
Give them some love. The validators validating, making sure that it goes through for everyone being so patient.
So I guess we should make it clear that, well, one of the reasons we're going through this process of providing liquidity on Juno Swap in this pair is because of future airdrops, right, from NETA that will come for people who are providing liquidity on Juno Swap in a NETA pool. Is that correct? But it's also setting setting you up for another airdrop coming, right? And which is not NETA, but called raw token. Do we want to jump into that?
Well, there won't be any more NETA drops. All the NETA ever out. But yes, exactly what you're talking about is right. By providing liquidity in Juno Swap with NETA early, there is potential for an extra distribution of raw, and that airdrop's coming, which is, like you said, why we actually wanted to include this tutorial as to what to do to be involved. Because when you learn about something, the key is it's about the timing, more than just as much the time in, but the sooner the better is often the recipe for success in blockchain and crypto. And if you get involved early, there are often rewards. And we showed NETA a tutorial on that. Now, the purpose of the tutorial with providing liquidity with NETA and Juno Swap is that, here we go. Like you said, this is the raw token, and it's the interchain DEX powered by 2 native assets. In this black paper, you will learn how raw and Juno serve and power core functions on the decentralized exchange. Well, this is the decentralized exchange they're talking about. And you can see when they say powered by Juno, when we go to liquidity, you can see that all of these are powered by Juno. And these are all different blockchains: Dig, Persistence, Akash, Comdex, Stargaze, Huahua, Osmosis, Luna, UST for Luna, Bitsong, all right, Cosmos, Atom, and we've got Juno, the NETA. So all of these are their own blockchain. They're all powered by Juno. But Juno, while that is the other side of the AMM DEX token swap exchange, Raw is going to be the governance token, like the uni token,
right?
Drop, whereas
Or Osmo for osmosis, right?
similar, except this is I guess it would be more like Ethereum, because Ethereum is what's on the other side of every exchange on Uniswap, but Uni
Right.
is the token, right?
Right.
So, but both in the same, that they're the governance token and what.
Okay. But the key here is that Juno is the main pair here, or one of the main pair parts of all these pairs.
Juno's the pair, and Raw is the governance. They have different functions on the DEX. And how, here we go. All decisions that shape the DEX are voted in by DAO governance. Key to the DAO is the native asset Raw. On a frequent basis, Raw farmer stakers vote on the direction of the DEX, and most importantly, the pool incentivization. By locking up Raw in the DAO, one can curate incentivized pools, assign or remove Raw native incentives, and receive Raw staking rewards in return for participating in locking up Raw. So this is going to be the governance. This is going to be what decides. You can create proposals. This is what decides what other blockchain asset you bring in, and what the incentives are. So
very important.
And of course, we have this fair drop that's allocated.
Right. Yeah. So 15% will be
all over
an airdrop to the following groups. So Juno holders and delegators will be getting 70 million. Juno swap LP providers, 30 million. Atom holders and delegators, 25 million. And Osmosis LP providers, 25 million. And I did a little research. The snapshot will occur in February. So I believe we have just enough time. I don't know. We don't have a firm date, but it's sometime this month. So I would imagine that there's enough time to, put yourself in the right position to get this, to enjoy the airdrop. So yeah, Osmosis and Juno swap LP providers plus Atom and Juno holders and stakers. So yeah, that's huge. It's go ahead.
Oh, and there are more. And look how we love talking about the IBC. They're like Shade, and they're doing a cross-chain, a very innovative cross-chain fair drop. But the idea is that a lot of these in the IBC, they are rewarding people who are holding or delegating staking on Atom, on Juno, on Osmosis, on Secret, or in this case, on Osmosis, right? I already said that. There's Luna as well. But if you are participating in these different blockchains in the IBC, you are frequently can benefit from in multiple ways.
And significant airdrops too. I mean, these aren't just little $25 airdrops. I mean, we're talking about significant amount of money. Stargaze is another one that released recently and had a nice airdrop that's been talked about a lot in the IBC. So yeah, I mean, it seems like we're in airdrop season, and it's great because we're also in the middle of like a bear market, right? So as you're seeing, Ethereum and Bitcoin and all the most everything go down, there is some life happening in crypto, and it's happening in the IBC.
It sure is. And beyond the airdrops and the fair drops, you're seeing, like you said, life in the IBC, which is why we really, really love covering Secret Network as the privacy layer solution, because of the utility it can bring. You're seeing a lot of development, actual applications being built, functioning, that work that you just don't see. You can't create them or fork them somewhere else. And yeah, even if you wanted to, and they exist. I mean,
AlterMail is a great example. They're we were going to do a video on them, but they got delayed, but look for that soon.
We have some videos about them. We talk about them all the time, but yeah, we have another special video on how to get involved early with them now that they're token launched. So that's something to look out for. And how to stay involved with a lot of these protocols is something you're definitely not too late. It's just the beginning, where these blockchains, this ecosystem is just emerging. And what's one of the very neat things is the decentralized nature, that all of these interchain bridges are happening without third parties, without lockup vesting periods, because of the computing language. They can go right from one to the other. Osmosis can wrap up and go on Juno. Juno can wrap up and go on Secret. Secret can wrap up and go on Huahua. It's just about getting the developers out there and the hardware ready. So scaling, like anything, like Bitcoin, we need more Bitcoin miners to handle more transactions. It's definitely the early days, but isn't that the best times often to get involved in
Most
the
definitely.
early days and
Yeah, for sure. Well,
in the world of not financial advice, at least?
yeah. Well, like, subscribe, comment. We love to hear your comments. Point out any airdrops that you might think we have missed, because that's something we'd love to hear about. Any comments or likes? Yeah, let's interact and we'll learn from each other. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next one.
Until the next time, have a beautiful day and namaste, y'all.